The Big Red Kitchen Show is brought to you by Markle Auto Group, Salt Restaurant, Wren's Display, The Pampered Chef products provided by consultant Heidi Leopold, Sea of Red Wine, D. Ford Family Dental, Corporate Creations, D. Tendenza, Food Styling, and Photography.
Hello and welcome to the Big Red Kitchen Show, the show about former Nebraska football players who love to cook. Big guys who are comfortable in the kitchen. On today's show, you'll see an interview with a former Nebraska football player. He's going to be introducing to you one of his favorite dishes to make for his family and friends. Plus, we're going to be having a little time-saving kitchen demonstration that you can try out in your home. And we'll have an interesting beverage pairing to enhance today's featured dish. I'm Sherry Potter, and I'm a professional food photographer and food stylist, and I love trying out new recipes in my studio kitchen. And today's dish by Bo Ruud is so healthy, you're going to run a half marathon after you have it, because it's amazing. It's very, very excellent. However, before we do that, I'd love to introduce to you my very healthy and happy co-host, Angela.
Well, I know happy, not sure about healthy.
Oh, you look healthy.
I'm Angela Waltman. I'm an avid cook. I also love sports, and I've made my career in marketing. So I was able to bring all of these loves together when I created Big Red Recipes, which is a cookbook featuring all former Nebraska football players. We've got 44 different recipes in the book, and we've got a bunch of guys that used to play for us, obviously guys, who used to play for the Huskers, and now they're in a book showing their skills off in the kitchen. You can learn more about the book at www.bigredrecipes.com. It is available for purchase, and we've got lots of great recipes as well as a lot of nonprofits that are in the book that the book does go to support. But enough about the book right now. Today we're here to talk about Bo Ruud, who is our very special guest, and we'll be creating a very heart-healthy salmon dish that we're super excited about. Bo played for us from 2003 to 2007 as a linebacker, so many of our viewers, I'm sure, are very familiar with both him and his brother Barrett. So excited to have Bo with us today, but before I tell you anything else, why don't we have Bo come on and introduce himself? Bo Ruud. Thanks so much for coming on.
Hey, welcome to our show. So glad you could come today.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Wonderful. So you played 2003 to 2007, which would have been the Osborne era. Is it?
This would have been the start of the end of the Solich and the start of the Callahan era.
So tell us a little bit about those two coaches. How was it coming on after the Osborne era? Obviously the very popular time.
Yeah.
Tell us about this new era.
Well, it was a really interesting time. It was obviously a period of transition, and it was. I've got a ton of great memories. It was obviously we grew up with kind of the former staff that Coach Solich took over for.
Yep.
But we also got some great experience with the new staff, and everybody knows it was kind of some rocky years, but we had we had a lot of great guys, and I made so many great friends and connections down there that it was really special.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Awesome.
And now you played with your brother Barrett.
Yes.
And so tell me how that was. Was there sibling rivalry? Did you guys help each other out?
We, for the most part, always helped each other out.
Awesome.
We always have a lot of fun together, and we grew up playing against each other and competing against each other. But being teammates together, especially in high school and then in college for Nebraska, was really special. So we're starting to get to that age where we can look back and actually smile about it and laugh about it and have enjoy it some more.
So growing up, was that your goal? Did you guys always talk about wanting to be a part of the football team? Is that something that came later?
It just sort of happened. We didn't. That wasn't like our life's goal as little kids, but it's something I think anybody that grows up in Nebraska,
That's right.
you dream about playing for the Huskers, and sooner it just kind of ended up happening for both of us, and it turned out to be pretty neat. So.
Did you guys play other sports, or was football your main sport?
In high school, we both loved basketball. Basketball is big, for me. I loved playing basketball, and and that's something I really was passionate about along with football as a youth. But
Football's where you decided to put it all into, huh?
I think my only opportunity to really keep going. So.
Yeah. Well, awesome.
Turns out being 6'3", 6'4" is short in college. So, I stuck with football.
Awesome. So after you played for the Huskers, tell us what happened. After you graduated, left the team, went on to play in the NFL?
Yeah, I was drafted by New England, and I was injured in the pros, and the pros, it's a tough racket, and you only get so many chances. So that I didn't have a very long pro career, but it was a fun opportunity. It was worth trying, and
absolutely.
But now I'm back in Nebraska working, and it's great to be back home.
Yeah.
So.
We have a lot of players that I've noticed in the book that played elsewhere or even from other places, but once they finished their career playing, they came back to good old Omaha or Lincoln. It is a great place to raise a family, great place to live.
Solid people.
Yeah. So we love that, and probably near your brother.
Yeah, not too far. He's back in Lincoln as well,
Yep.
so we're both in town, and my dad and sister as well.
Wonderful. So. And so when you came back, tell us a little bit about your career path since you came back to Lincoln.
Well, basically, about 2010, I finally decided, it's like, all right, I'm going to move on to something else, and I've been doing the same thing since. I work for Stryker. I'm selling surgical instruments for them, and I've been doing that for about 5 years, and they're a big company, Fortune 500 medical device company, so it's been a lot of fun. It's been great.
Are you still involved with the Huskers at all? Do you go to their tailgates? How do you stay involved?
I try to get to about every home game I can. I don't like to miss many. That's kind of it's a tradition. I think that we all grew up with it. When Saturdays roll around the fall, like, don't plan a wedding. Don't play.
Yeah.
We know where we're gonna be.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So enough about football right now. We're here to talk about food. And so you've got a heart-healthy salmon dish. Now this means a lot to you, and it also is connected to your charity. Can you tell us a little bit about the story behind choosing the charity and this dish in particular?
Well, I think obviously when it comes to the American Heart Association, that to me, it's something very personal to me because it's about my mom. My mom, she was a nutritionist, registered dietitian, who suffered a heart attack at a young age. She was 52, very healthy. Yeah, I mean, it was, so it was pretty shocking, but so that's when I really started working with the American Heart Association, and, my mom always instilled in me, healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, so I thought it'd be appropriate to, do a dish for the cookbook and the show that was, something heart healthy and, tasty, which is important to me.
Yes.
But also, you could say is good for you and healthy. So
absolutely.
That's
And
true.
now Barrett is also in our cookbook, and the brothers didn't talk when they submitted their recipe, but what we found is their side dishes were both Brussels sprouts.
And he did a sweet potato as well,
And sweet
but
potatoes.
mine's better. He did the mashed. Mine's a better version. So
We wanted to do a Ruud Brothers Smackdown,
yeah,
but Barrett declined. So
As he always
you're the
does.
winner by default.
I usually beat him at whatever we're doing. So I'm good. I'm glad to know that he knows that. Hey, I got this one.
So growing up, did you guys eat Brussels sprouts a lot,
No,
or was
never.
this just really?
Anything green, we would fight my mom on. Like, no, we're not eating it. She would always try to have something healthy for us, side of fruit or something, anything to kind of get us eating something healthy. Try to get a vegetable in hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
But we would fight it. But I think now our taste buds have changed and we've kind of adopted to the more healthy eating styles, and now we love them.
Yep.
But as a kid, if you said eat a Brussels sprout,
Oh yeah, that was like the main no vegetable.
those were fighting words back in the old days.
So a lot of the players in our book like to cook with family members, and that's one of the things I love about the book is it's not just about cooking and eating, it's about bringing people together.
Yes.
So tell me who you like to cook with and who you like to eat with.
Well, obviously, I love to eat in general. I mean, I'm eating all the time, and that's basically all I think about anymore. But
Says the skinny guy.
Yes, I know.
you wouldn't. You gotta believe me. It's bad. But when it comes to family and friends, to me, that's what eating's all about. Be able to come together, go out to dinner, get together on a Sunday afternoon for brunch or whatever. That's what I like to do. I mean, whether it's my brother and my dad and my sister, or my friends or my girlfriend. We all like to cook and we all like to eat, so it's something that I think it's pretty universal.
Yep. Now tailgating food, whether you're at home or whether you're actually at the game, that can get pretty unhealthy.
This would not probably be your normal tailgate food.
This is the get back on the wagon food
This
on,
is your
on
Monday.
Monday.
This is your Monday through Friday food, and then we know what happens on Saturday, Sunday. So this is more, you know.
Hey, if
Yeah.
you do, but if you do this 5 days and have one little cheat day,
That's it.
And then you just miss a day?
it's yeah.
And Sundays don't count.
Sundays don't
don't
count. No.
So do you have any favorite cheat foods that you like to eat on football day?
Oh, I'd say, you know, if somebody's grilling barbecue, that's usually number one for me. But yeah, anything, you know, even Val's Pizza on a game day seems to always get eaten. So
Oh, yeah.
I know.
that's one for sure.
All right,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Sherry, who's
Yeah,
going to
all right.
go a little bit more into your dish.
Yes, I thank you for it. I loved it.
You got to taste it, right?
Yes, of course I
Pretty good.
have to taste it. It was awesome. It was really, really good. I loved some of the ingredients that were in it. Coconut oil, something that I've truthfully had not used before.
Yeah.
So do you use this?
I use it a lot more now. Just recently I started using it,
Yeah.
and it's the flavors it kind of brings out are really nice.
I
So
know,
I
know,
just
it's-
kind of got into it.
It's
so.
like unsweetened coconut for those who are huge coconut
Yeah.
fans like me. Angela, you would like it because you're not sweet.
I use it all the time.
you?
It's actually
Oh.
extremely heart healthy.
Yep.
Yes.
And I know that's the way we can tell what season it is in our house. If it's winter, it's completely packed down and you have to dig into it. If it's summer, it's completely a liquid.
Yep.
Yes.
We don't really use our
right.
utilities a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
But it's
Very good.
actually easy to cook with. There's so many benefits to it. I was glad that you introduced it to me. I mean, I'd heard about it and seen
You
it,
just
but I
wouldn't think that it tastes the way it really tastes when
No,
you're sauteing
no.
something or.
Yep,
It
it's
is
a really
Yeah.
just a hint of flavor.
yeah. Our one of our producers had said that she likes to use it with Thai food. So you know that curry or anything with curry in it. So
Yeah.
I thought. I just wanted to thank you for introducing it to me. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the asparagus in the dish. Now, when I was talking to you earlier, you said you use my trick, and that is, you know, a lot of people when they get asparagus, most of us know the bottom end is woody, so people will tend to cut that off, and then,
Yeah.
you know, at $3.89 a pound, you're wasting 2/3 of the product
Yeah.
a lot of times. So, you know, I discovered in culinary school, and you didn't go to culinary school, you went to college to play football, but you knew the trick about peeling your asparagus. So,
Why don't you refresh me on that?
well, I asked, do you peel your asparagus?
Oh, I thought you meant break it off. No,
Oh,
this is
so-
this is learning for me. I don't know this one.
wonderful. But tell me
Yes.
about the break it off trick, because that's actually a lot of people don't know
I
that.
just do it like this. I just do it at the end.
At the
Just
end,
snap it.
and
yeah.
you just snap it.
I don't cut it. I just snap. But
Aha.
I think you could probably save me some more.
I can
Okay.
save you a little more, and I'll show you a little bit how you do it. You just use a regular old potato
Okay.
peeler, and okay, so the bottom third here is usually kind of woody, and so a lot of times that's what you're breaking
Yeah.
off. So if you use a peeler and just peel that skin off the top, you get rid of all that woody stuff. If you're a little more delicate and gentle
Yeah.
like I am being, then you can use your whole stalk. And
You don't have to cut
just-
off the end then.
No, you can actually, after you, now the way I do it is I usually peel it first and then I trim this little bottom end off. But
Yeah.
you can use almost the whole thing. And you probably now will notice when you go to a restaurant, you'll get your asparagus and you'll notice that the base of it is peeled.
Yeah.
Or you probably thought it was just for decoration.
I didn't even.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't
Well,
know at all.
they know that you don't want to waste a lot of product, especially an expensive product like this. So one of the things we do on the show is we're teachers. Right, Angela? We're teachers.
You are.
Well, well, we think of this as a teaching program. So we like to teach whoever's on the show to do something new. So we're going to teach you about peeling these.
Well,
and
I'm glad I know now.
you
This is
do.
good.
So I want you to demonstrate
Okay.
how well you, and I'm left-handed, so you'll have to do it the totally
All right,
opposite
let's
direction.
see what we can do here. So just
Just-
the end part.
Yeah,
here.
and now I typically put my finger underneath it because it tends to kind of like to bend over.
right here?
Yep. Just,
Oh, there we go.
yeah,
Don't
you can
peel
see
your
that.
finger.
And
Whoa, yeah, you got to be gentle
you
then.
do have to be kind of gentle with it.
All right. Well,
I'll
let me
do
try
it.
that again.
Okay, so I take and put my one finger like that.
Oh, teamwork.
Teamwork.
There we
Cut
go.
off the top of my finger.
Don't
Don't
peel
worry,
her
I got you.
finger.
Whoa.
It moved.
Okay.
It's a two-man job.
Get the
This
Band-Aids
is
at the
what you
ready.
call getting the family
Yeah,
involved.
this is where you need your helper. You need your
Yeah,
helper
yeah.
in this when you're in the kitchen.
But you can see how easily
See, you got to be careful.
you
Yeah.
do have to be careful. And typically in the early spring, you'll go to the grocery store and you'll see those big stalks. And this actually works a little bit bigger on those big stalks. And that's where you have so much waste because you've got this big stalk at the end and you end up chopping it off.
Yeah, I feel like I get half. I usually get like
Yeah,
half of.
yeah. So
the
I think
thing.
if you try doing a little peeling, you're going to find out that you can use, so much more, and it's just as tender underneath that skin as the rest of it. And
About how far up do you go, Sherry?
when I'm peeling, about like so.
Okay,
Typically,
quite a ways.
Quite
Almost
a ways.
half.
Almost half or 2/3.
Look at her go.
See, that's.
Well, yeah, because I've done it before.
I got some work. I got some work. I got
Yeah,
to
do a little practicing. And this is a really nice, sharp peeler, and it comes from our Pampered Chef consultant, and she really recommends it, and I think it works really well. The one that I have at home has a serrated edge, and all the little stringies get stuck in it. But you can see you can just peel it off really nicely, rinse them off, and then I just take a paring knife and just chop this little end off. And it's just nice and soft.
Yeah.
So you can see. So there you go. I've saved you some money.
You have. This is great.
Since you make it a lot, you'll be wanting to do it more.
Absolutely.
So then we can talk about our salmon. Now, tell us a little bit why you chose salmon for your dish, because I have a feeling you have a reason for that.
Salmon's like one of the foods that I obviously, like when I was younger, wouldn't touch. And then as I got older and I kind of, in the last couple years, have learned more about nutrition, and I finally made myself try it. And it's, first of all, it's tasty, but it's really good for you. It's got those healthy fats that everybody's trying
Right.
to get right now. Those, what are the omega
Three.
threes?
Omega
Yeah,
threes.
omega 3. The good fats. And so that's what salmon has. A lot of those in them, and it's an easy fish to get and to make. So we
Correct.
actually get them here in the Midwest. At most of your grocery stores will have, frozen or fresh salmon.
Okay.
Versus like a lot of the other exotic fish are hard to get. So this one you can get, and it's easy to cook. And
And the thing with salmon is you can buy it frozen and it tastes just as good as
Yeah.
if you buy it fresh out of the iced case at the grocery store with all the other meats and produce. So that's one of the reasons I like it, is because it's just as good from the frozen state, unless you're in Florida, of course. Almost
Yeah.
everything we receive here in Nebraska has been frozen
Yeah.
at some point in time. Now, I have one quick little trick on our salmon that I wanted to share, because a lot of times when you make salmon, it gets that white goopy stuff. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's called albumin, and it's just basically the muscle tissues coming together, and then it kind of oozes out.
Yummy.
And most people don't like that. So there's a real quick little trick to not have that happen, and that's to put together a little salt solution and then just bathe your salmon in this. Now, I use sea salt in this because it does have less sodium, and I know that's something that's really important. You let it sit for about 10 minutes in this solution. The nice thing about this is the salt does not get into the flesh. It just basically seals those outer surfaces together, so that when you sear it off, it doesn't emit that nasty white stuff that
Yeah.
people don't like. And it's perfectly healthy. There's nothing wrong with eating it. It's just
Can be
basic-
off-putting.
It is off-putting.
Yeah.
And I used to have it happen all the time.
Now
so.
this won't change the taste of the salmon at all, will it?
Absolutely not. You
Okay.
won't. There's not enough salt in it, and we'd put three or four pieces in the solution once you've done it.
Yeah.
But yeah, soak it for about 10 minutes, and then pat it off with a towel, and you're ready to go. And then you won't have all that nasty white stuff. So just wanted.
Now
that
I
was
have a
little
quick salmon question that maybe
culinary
one of
trick.
you can answer. Skin on, skin off. Which one's better? Is there a difference?
Oh, well, let me tell you a little bit about the skin on and skin off. Okay, when you cook salmon, you have the skin side and the non-skin side.
Yep.
This is bone side. It's got the little bruise mark down it.
Okay.
And this is called presentation or skin side.
Okay.
Typically, I like to take the skin off. How about
Yeah.
you?
I'll do
Can't
either.
eat it.
Yeah, I don't eat it, but
Yeah.
I'll do it either.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to eat it?
Anyway, that's a little bit of, but just so you know, a little bit about the salmon. Always always cook it skin side down.
Okay.
And then flip it over.
Perfect.
So, there you go. That's so much. Say, I think we have a beverage pairing that we want to talk about too.
Absolutely. Now, what do you usually drink when you make this dish? You say you make it a lot, so what's your go-to drink?
Like a nice glass of red wines kind of stays with our theme of
Absolutely.
American Heart Association. So they would probably say a glass of red wine would be what you
Absolutely.
want. So.
Sea of Red Wine is very good, and we recommend that. You know,
Yes,
we've
that
got
would be a good
the
one.
Husker connection there. They're a great sponsor of ours, and we've paired their red wine with a couple of dishes so far. So I would think that would be a nice pairing.
That would be great.
John at Salt Restaurant has suggested a nice fresh drink. It's called the Make It Rain. It's really, really yummy. And basically what it is cucumber vodka. If you've not heard of cucumber vodka, it's really good.
Boy.
You can put it in a lot of different things just to change up the taste a little. This is a cucumber-based drink, so this is the perfect vodka for that. Then you put in some tonic, some simple syrup, and some lime juice. That's basically all it is. If you want to make it a little healthier, take out some of that sugar, put in more tonic and no simple syrup, or just a little bit of simple syrup, depending on how sweet you like that. So I've got all of that in here. We'll just add a little bit of our vodka. Look how pretty this is.
It's
Isn't
beautiful.
that cool?
Put
Put some of that in there. I have no idea how much. We're going to go with that much.
Wow.
I think that's a little
That's
too
gonna
much.
Be tasty.
But
Did
yeah,
you bring a driver?
we're not. We don't need to taste much of this
90-10?
one.
90-10?
Yep. It's perfect for game
Yeah.
day, right? I'm going to have you shake that up a
All
little
right.
bit. And just shake it up in our little shaker. I have a feeling this is going to be a little stronger than what you might find at Salt.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
But,
think so. Angela.
You just want to make sure we can taste our food afterwards.
Yep, let's
That's
take the
what-
top off there.
Okay.
This is probably the last time John sends us with a full bottle of vodka. And I'm going to go ahead and pour this. Shakers are great because it cools it without putting the ice in your drink. Go ahead and pass that to Sherry. I don't know if we want to
Thank
get too
you.
much here.
Yeah.
Things getting crazy.
And we still have to talk.
That's right.
We don't want to be slurring our
So why don't
words.
we give this a try? Tell me if I way
Okay.
overdid it.
Cheers.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much for
It's
coming on
burning
our
a drink.
show. Little stout, but good.
Yes.
That's good.
We'll,
Tasty.
we
And
would know
actually,
we drank this at the end of the day.
I forgot the garnish, which will make it even better.
Oh,
We've
it's a
got
garnish.
some mint leaves. All
A little
right.
mint, a little mint added to anything.
And for some reason, 2 slices of cucumber. I'll give you one, Sherry.
There you go.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
Thank you.
How does that change it up?
Shortage of cucumbers.
Yeah. Ooh, very good.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't believe what a difference just adding just that little bit of fresh in there.
mint, yeah.
Absolutely, and
Yeah,
that's
how that
no
does.
sugar, no calories, nothing. It just looks pretty and adds a little bit of taste.
I like
That's
it.
really good.
Very good. Very good. Well, I think that's a tasty drink. We're gonna have to thank John for suggesting that to us. And then you can purchase that particular vodka.
Yep, you can purchase this at the store, and you can get the Make It Rain signature drink at Salt. The bartender, we watched him make it before. It's a lot better looking than me making it. He knows how to do it. So yeah, definitely give this. This is their signature drink over at Salt. So it's a great pairing.
This is a patio drink, I think. You know,
Definitely.
it's one of those you want to sit out on the patio.
Definitely a summer drink
Uh-huh.
too.
Yep.
Truthfully, yeah, I think so. I think so. Well, let's taste our foods.
Look
And
at how pretty that is.
Looks really nice.
it's a beautiful dish. I think it's just gorgeous. And maybe we'll just put some on one plate and we'll kind of share that since we don't have a lot of time to get into the.
Now we have sweet potatoes over here, correct?
Yes.
And you cubed them, and your brother mashed them.
Yes.
All right, tell me, do you mash them? Is that the Ruud brothers' different way of doing things?
I got onto this first, so he kind of copies me as he usually does. But yeah, so you cube them and you put some cinnamon on them and you use the coconut oil and you kind of put them in a pan. You just want to make sure you kind of
Perfect.
mix them up as it's baking in the oven, and that way it's kind of giving them a little bit of sear, so you get a little crunch, but
Yeah.
it's also you get that the mushy inside, which is really good.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and give this a try. Do you want me to
Go right ahead, yeah.
I want to try with a little bit of this.
The sweet potatoes are awesome. The cucumber or the coconut.
Ooh.
Yeah,
really is-
coconut and the
it
cinnamon
really
are
is
pretty
great.
tasty.
That is really good.
So Angela, you want to tell our folks at home how they can get the recipe book so they
Absolutely.
can find out how to do it?
Absolutely. BigRedRecipes.com is the website to go take a look at that and find out about all the recipes that we have in the book, as well as the backstories that are going on with all the guys. So we have your story, we have your brother's story, and some more information about what our guys are doing after they left the Cornhuskers, what they were doing in the meantime, as well as a little bit of their connection to their charities. So we've got a lot of great information on the site, as well as being able to purchase the book on the site. So BigRedRecipes.com is the place to get that. So encourage everyone to go take a look to see your recipe and many,
Know
many
exactly
more.
how to make a beautiful dish like that. 'Cause
Yes.
it is really pretty and, again, so healthy. Marathons.
Well,
Marathon health.
You make it look really good, though.
I don't think we're going to be running any marathons if we have one of these.
Yeah, we're
Probably
check
not.
that out.
It's really tough to run a marathon after
Yeah.
you've done that. But so again, back to there you've got your cinnamon coating there, and you've got the coconut oil. That's just this whole pairing of foods is so wonderful. So anyway, thank you for introducing us to that recipe. So let's dig in and have a little
Yeah,
bit more.
let's
Have some more.
Yeah.
Going for the drink.
Are you going for the drink?
I'm gonna
think
try this
the
one.
drink
You know
is
me
really,
that?
really good. Yeah, I would definitely purchase
Add less
this.
vodka.
Well, no, I think I'd go
Add
with you
more
on the
vodka?
So test out the salmon too. I forgot to say it's only it's 7 minutes to make that. It's
Yeah,
so
it's
quick.
really quick.
Well, that about does it for our show today. I'm so happy that you viewers have tuned in, and we would love to hear from you. If you know a former Nebraska football player, you've seen him in the kitchen and you'd like to have him be seen on this show, or if you have a handy gadget you'd like to see demonstrated on this show, we'd love to hear from you. If you send an email to the show at bigredrecipes.com, we'll be sure to get right back to you. And then I'd like to thank Bo for coming in
Well, thanks
today
for
and
having
for
me.
introducing us to this amazing dish. I
Yeah.
can't wait to start making it all the time for my family. And then a quick shout out to my amazing cast, my amazing crew out there who really helps every week. So, until next time, may God bless you, and we'll see you again on the Big Red Kitchen Show. So let's dig in and have a little
Yeah,
bit more.
this looks
Have
good.
some more.
Yeah.
The Big Red Kitchen Show was brought to you by Markle Auto Group, Salt Restaurant, Wren's Display, The Pampered Chef products provided by consultant Heidi Leopold, Sea of Red Wine, D. Ford Family Dental, Corporate Creations, D. Tendenza Food Styling and Photography.